All right, next up, we have the person in the room who is tied for having the coolest laptop bag. Um, Theresa, Theresa Koch from Salesforce Exact Target Marketing Cloud, not Salesforce.com. Exact Target Marketing Cloud. Yes, she also wins the title for the company with the largest number of characters. They found out when they were printing business cards that there is no extra charge for putting additional characters onto it. And she is going to be talking in very complimentary to our last presentation on candidate experience about internship experience. Theresa came in from Indianapolis last night, and she leads their global college recruiting program and Go Orange Nation. Would that be a good way to transition?
Yes, that's great.
Thank you.
Oh!
That was her.
Yeah, you're going to blame us for everything, right? I remember that. Hi, everyone. Thanks, Stephen, for the introduction. So, yes, Salesforce Exact Target Marketing Cloud. It is a lot to say. And for most of the presentation, I'll probably just say Exact Target for ease. But it's been a huge year for us. We were acquired by Salesforce.com almost a year coming up in June. And it also happened to be the first day of our 2013 Slingshot internship class last summer. So they came in with a bang. And we ended this summer by being able to look at growth like 100% intern conversion rates, which was phenomenal for us. It was the first time. And we also are seeing almost a 300% increase in the size of our internship class from 2013 to 2014. So nearly 300% is a huge number. And it is something that excites us, and also you think about what's going to go into that kind of growth and making sure that the program can scale, and you also know that the budget's going to go up and space is going to be needed for all those extra interns that are going to be in your building. So, but a lot of great things. And for us, I'm very much aware that, or for me I should say, that we wouldn't see this kind of growth, we wouldn't see these kind of numbers without having buy-in and support and partnership from the business. When I have business partners come up to me and say, thank you for allowing us to have an intern this summer, I throw it right back at them and say, no, thank you for having an intern, because without the business being involved in providing that positive experience for them, we wouldn't have a successful program, right? So it goes hand in hand. I've been in college recruiting for 12 years at least now. So I'm aging myself here and letting you all know that. But I have seen what can happen when the business doesn't support it. You have stop and go. And you can have maybe some interns come into your company, but they're not going to have the experience that they need to have to want to come back into your company. So what we've been able to see from this kind of growth is that the experience that our interns and that our business partners are having is obviously a good one, which is great for us, but we want to continue to build on that and maximize that so we can continue to see that. So what we've been able to look at is becoming a much more strategic part of the business. And when you think about recruiting in general, a lot of times I don't think that recruiting is looked at as a strategic part of the business, and especially college recruiting. So for us, I think it's a no-brainer on why we need to have a college recruiting program and an internship program. And so I want to talk to you today about what we've done to maximize that experience for the interns and for our business partners to get to where we are now and where we hope to go. So quickly, just because I know that most of you know what Salesforce.com probably does, being here in the Bay Area, but just to quickly tell you what we do in the Exact Target Marketing Cloud. We are a SaaS digital marketing company, and essentially what that means at a very high level is that we provide marketers with a single view of the customer and provide them or enable them to be able to have very personalized messaging with those customers, and really providing that one-to-one customer platform. And we are based in Indianapolis, as Stephen mentioned, And I came in thinking that probably most of you have never been to Indianapolis, but actually one of the first people that I met last night, Rich from LinkedIn, actually knew, where Muncie, Indiana was and had friends there. And I met someone else this morning who had been to Indiana recently as well. So, but if you don't know, there is also now a direct flight from San Francisco to Indianapolis. So come and see us. We are actually a growing tech hub city, and a big reason why we have that direct flight now is because of ExactTarget and the Salesforce.com acquisition. So we are at about 1,100 in the Indianapolis area, and we have about 2,200 globally. And of course, we have a big population here in San Francisco, in Bellevue, New York, Canada, across the pond, in EMEA, and throughout APAC and in Brazil. So that's what we do. What I'm really most interested in talking to you about, because I'm an HR and recruiting person, is more about who we are. So who we are orange. And so if you have seen any tweets that I've done, or if you've checked out ExactTarget at all, you will see that we are all about orange. And orange is not the new black. It's not what we're referring to, I promise. Orange is definitely more than a color for us. Orange is our culture. It's our people. I like to say that our orangeness is like our superpower. And so what we try to do to maximize that experience for our interns when they come in, and they want to know, what is this orange all about? And so the best way to do that is definitely to immerse them into what it is to be orange at ExactTarget. And so a few different things that we have done is, first and foremost, we want our interns to be involved in our communities. A big part of being orange at ExactTarget is about not just working and living in our community, but also giving back and making a difference. And so we take every opportunity that we can for our interns to find ways to go out in our communities and volunteer and give back. And so this picture that you see up here in the I guess that would be your left side there, that is actually where we take a day. We take our business partners who are working with our students who are project managers, and we take our Slingshots. I should mention we do call our program the Slingshot Internship Program. So we have branded it. We are a digital marketing company, and it's worked out well for us. So we take our Slingshots and our project managers, and we spend a day in the community. And this just happened to be at Gleaner's Food Bank in Indianapolis, and it was a great day for us. We were able to see our ExactTarget mobile pantry, which actually goes out into the communities and helps feed families. So they were able to understand what is going on within the Indianapolis community and hunger, which is important for them, and we want them to be in seeing that, and then also seeing how they can give back and be a part of it. Also, Orange is about having fun, and we are a fun group, and if you see it in the other corner of the picture there, those are actually Slingshots, and this is actually another philanthropy organization event that we do, and it's a mini golf event, and we don't usually fare well on the golfing side, yes, pun intended, but we always do well, and actually every year we win what they call their Spirit Award. You can guess why. Everyone else that's there is dressed in regular clothes, and I can promise you that this is not a company-issued costume that we make our Slingshots wear when they go to this event. They come up with this all on their own. So we're definitely about having fun and for them enjoying the experience with us. And another big part of being Orange and understanding our culture is understanding our leadership, right? So Tay talked about Jeff Weiner talking to their interns and how important that is and how impactful that is. We like to give that same experience to our students as well. And so we have usually around 7 or 8 executives over the course of the summer that'll have lunch with our interns. And last summer we could have expected that our executives who were traveling and very busy with Salesforce.com, that we may have seen some cancellations or some movements on the calendar, and we didn't see any of that at all. No one moved, no one canceled. It was fantastic, and it spoke volumes for our Slingshots. And so probably our favorite lunch that we had last summer was with Scott Dorsey, who is our CEO and co-founder at ExactTarget. And on that particular day, he actually had his 6-year-old daughter, Jill, in shadowing him. And it was just a very unique experience to be able to show that different perspective and that different side that these interns may never see again with an executive. It was a unique experience for myself to see Scott Dorsey and that side of him. And I couldn't have imagined a more patient 6-year-old little girl listening to us go on for about an hour and a half. And at the end, we definitely wanted to take the photo opportunity. And Scott is the bald guy in the middle there with glasses. And Jill, of course, is the little girl in the front who was very happy to have spent the day with her dad. So just a few different ways that we try to immerse our students into our orangeness at ExactTarget. So talking about Jill coming in and shadowing her dad for the day, what we did last year was something a little bit different to provide an opportunity for our students to not only experience what they were working on directly and the teams they were working on, but I told them at the beginning of the summer, I said, think about who else in the company you may want to sit with for a day or maybe 2 half days. And it could be someone across the organization outside of the teams that they were working on. And I, of course, had students who at the middle of the summer is when we did this week where we were coordinating these job shadow experiences. And I had students who were asking for our president of technology, our CEO, our CMO, but I did have some requests where they just wanted to sit with a mobile software engineer or a graphic designer. So what it did was it gave them a great opportunity to sit with someone else and understand what they were doing in the organization and really have a broader perspective on what we're doing as a business as well and how all of these different positions really collaborate and interact with one another. And it also gave an opportunity for our business partners who maybe were not directly involved in the program to meet these Slingshots and see what they were doing within the organization. So for us, that was a great experience on both sides of our Slingshot internship program. So probably the biggest area where we see the experience at its best is with the students and our business partners is through our projects. So when we look at our 11 weeks that we have our Slingshots with us in Indianapolis, we look at what are we going to provide for them in the experience, and also what can we get done on the business side, right? So we not just ask for resume-worthy projects, we ask for them to tell us on the forms that they are filling out and giving us detail on. We ask them to give us what is the business impact going to be, and then also tell me what's the customer impact going to be. So we can see all around how this is going to potentially affect the business overall, but also then in turn affect our customers, whether they're external customers or internal customers. And so what we've been able to do with that is provide those students, before they come on board with us, a glimpse into what their project's going to be and what kind of impact they're going to come in and make while they're spending those 11 weeks with us. And really, ultimately, what I have found is that interns want to learn as much as they can while they're with you, and they want to know that they're making a difference and that they're being seen as part of a team and that they're adding value. And by having those 3 top things within the projects that we're looking for, we're able to provide that for them. And so we also have project managers who are involved in the program from the business who are looking for professional development opportunities. So we look for those upper level or single individual contributors who are maybe looking for an opportunity to get some professional development and spend time mentoring a student or spend time leading a project and leading a person on a project. And so our leadership sponsors, who are typically at the director level and above, they're able to provide those opportunities for those employees who are involved on the project management side. And I've had a lot of leadership sponsors who've told me they really look at being involved with the program as a way to give back to their profession, which is huge. And we had, at the beginning of the summer, it's about a lot of different things, and we really encourage our students to have initiative and look how they can reach beyond the project, really, and see how else they can make an impact in the company. We tell them to stretch themselves, and we have our executives all throughout the summer telling them that same message. And so we allow them to really step beyond the boundaries of the project and see what else they can do. I had a Slingshot last summer who was phenomenal and took this to new heights. We told them it's all about building relationships at ExactTarget, and we encouraged them to go out, stretch yourself, reach out to 5 or 10 people, have coffee chats. And Carly, our rock star last summer, she came away at the end of the summer with 30 plus coffee chats that she had had. And she didn't just sit there and have a casual conversation. She had a very pointed question for them. She said, here is my project that I'm working on this summer, and I want to know how I could potentially affect your world and how I could potentially change my project to incorporate your world to make an impact. She's a sophomore in college last summer. And I had business partners coming up to me who weren't directly involved in the program and saying, who is this Carly that is asking me about how she can affect, my 2013 objectives with her 10-week project? We had a Slingshot who was translating French documents. We had a Slingshot who was creating infographics that got put on our website. So that's important to us. We look for students who have initiative. And so by being able to allow them to stretch beyond and do, use their skills in different ways, it not only makes their experience better, but it also does provide a different experience and a more positive experience for the business as well. So the year of 2014 is really about dreaming big. And one of my Dreaming Big initiatives is being right here in front of all of you and talking about ExactTarget and our Slingshot internship program. But for us, really, this is the beginning. I've been with ExactTarget a year and a half, and I'm really, really excited that we were able to do as much as we could from a college recruiting team of 2. And hopefully we'll be a team of 5 by the end of the year. I'm dreaming big. Maybe I should dream bigger. But really excited about, as we continue to look at becoming more and more each year a strategic piece of the business for ExactTarget in our hiring plan, and building that pipeline and adding that value to the business, not just for the students but for our business partners. And really looking at a program that's not just giving a great experience to the student and to the business partner, but also providing great impact within our communities, and also providing benefit to our customers by the work that they're doing. So I hope that 2014 can not just be the year of dreaming big at ExactTarget, but I hope all of you will also dream big in 2014 and think about what you can do with your program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're going to take like 2 questions.
I've got one via the live feed.
Okay.
This one is from Susan West, University Relations Recruiter for Riverstone Residential Group, and she's in Dallas-Fort Worth. Question is, Theresa, what do you think is the best strategy for gaining buy-in for internship programs from the business?
Yeah, so, really what I stepped into at ExactTarget, I stepped into a program that had been going for 6 years already and had a fantastic brand throughout the company. So I got really lucky there, but I've been in different situations in the past. And really what I typically have done is I go in and I show them data, right? I show them metrics on what can having an internship program do for your business and your bottom line. You show them the retention numbers are always higher than your typical hires that you bring from other channels. I show them that you have more engaged employees. if you have internships or internship programs within your organization. So really, if you're looking at the executive level and trying to get that buy-in, executives like to see, what they're going to get from it, right? They want to see the value, and the best way to show executives value is through data and metrics.
Awesome. One more.
I got one right here.
Oh, sorry. Next time.
I just had a quick question. So, my name is Toby. I work at Juniper Networks. My question was about your comment about the business impact and the customer impact that you will have. And I think you commented that before the interns come in, you talk to the business and understand what their needs are. And do you communicate that with the interns before they start?
Yes.
And part two of my question is, how do you measure that before they leave?
Before they leave. Yeah, actually, that was a goal of mine, of making sure that we were communicating these projects to the students before they came on board with us. So yes, we do. We send them not only the responsibilities that they're going to have and the learning that they're going to have, but we want to make sure they also understand that this is coming from your leadership sponsor and from your project manager of what this business, what's this going to mean for the business and for our customers. So we definitely let them know before they come on board. We heard from surveys that we did last summer that that's really important for them. And then as far as how we measure that, throughout the summer we have one-on-ones, a lot of touch points. I meet a lot with our leadership sponsors, with our project managers, talking about how the project is progressing, what can we do to help, is the experience going as you thought it would. A lot of communication goes into making sure that the experience is what we had hoped it would be. So.
Thank you. Okay, so 3 housekeeping things. Number one, the folks who are in the room, the catering company is setting up the lunch in the back, so we're going to have a delicious lunch, thanks to our friends at LinkedIn. Number 2 is the folks who are on live stream are going to see some delicious interviews coming up. John Hill is in the back of the room, University Evangelist from LinkedIn, and those we can all wave from him. Hi, John. And Rob Humphrey is also, I think, going to be doing some of those. And then the third thing is report back for duty in about 21 minutes. And Rob and John are going to be leading a discussion on what do students really want. So enjoy the 20 minutes. Grab your lunch when the caterers are finished setting up. Over to you, John.